Hi everyone, this is Holly from Hot Humble Pie. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and a big warm hello to my subscribers. I love you guys. Today I'm bringing you some super cute outdoor porch decor ideas. I kind of did mine in a cheerful country cottage style just to do something different this year. And as always, I hope you enjoy the show. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, I'd love it if you click that button. Today we're starting off with these tea towels. I love tea towels for pillows. They are the perfect complementary look if you're going for that little cottage look. And I've had these for a long time. This is an outdoor pillow here that used to be really bright. It actually faded. I have to change my pillows every single year because the sun is so intense on my front porch. It fades everything. So these tea towels will look pretty bad next year. But anyway, I got them for $1 on clearance from Michael's last summer, I think, and I just thought they would make perfect cheerful pillows at my entrance. So this is a thrift store find. It's a bed skirt. I've talked about this a lot in previous videos. I look for these because that centerpiece I'm cutting off looks a lot like a muslin, and in this case I found one with the beige ruffle, so it kind of imitates the drop cloth if you do it in layers, and I want that kind of material for these DIYs. So since this tea towel is kind of see-through, I'm going to go ahead and glue a little bit of extra material on the back just to make sure that the designs don't show through in the front. I'm not too worried about the back because with this particular pillow the design is only on the front, so I won't be rotating these pillows. They're going to be facing just frontwards all year round, and so you can see the design is going to show through a little bit. I'm not worried about that at all because no one's ever going to see that. And this time I did something different. I put the pillow inside and then started to glue all of the edges. I wanted it to be really tight, I guess, and well fitted. I usually do it separately. I wouldn't recommend doing this. It worked, but it took 3 times, maybe even 4 times as long. So the next pillow I just do it the standard way where I glue it all together and then push it in there, and if I need to make adjustments I'll do so. I got lucky I didn't, but that's it. I'm just going to go about gluing it now and sealing it up. For those of you that are curious about that pink spatula, that is a makeup spatula found at the Dollar Tree, Walmart, Amazon in the makeup section. It's a 100% silicone spatula and it is outstanding for crafting with hot glue. It kind of saves your fingers. The one bad thing working with the thinner material is the glue was going right through it, so I got some little hot moments there. But the spatula came to save the day. I'm also covering pillows I found at the thrift store for $1.50, but I think these came up so cheerful and cute. For this next DIY, I'm using some of this wood that I get from the utility panel here that I buy at the Home Depot. I did the math once and you can get approximately 40 of those skinny rectangle Dollar Tree signs and about 35 to 37 square ones depending on how well you cut. But since I do a lot of arts and crafts, that's just a big savings for me, and I highly recommend it because normally that would cost you between $35 and $40 if you bought each Dollar Tree sign. But you don't do a lot of crafts, it's no big deal. You can just use a Dollar Tree sign, that'll work just fine. So I found this, I think they're wall decals or wall transfers last summer, and I thought this was so cute. I knew when I saw it that this would make a perfect summer front porch decor piece. I have so many neat things out for Christmas, for fall, for spring, Easter, and then summer comes and I kind of like, oh no, there's nothing here. So this is just so cute, you guys. Look at that, and it's so simple. So look for the wall decals at Dollar Tree. They are fantastic. my Dollar Tree's just starting. They're always behind. I've spoken about that before in my videos too, for those of you that watch. My Dollar Trees are always a little behind, so I have to wait, but they're starting to stock up really well on these transfers and wall decals and stickers, and it's just opening a whole world of super easy, fun, cute crafting ideas. So make sure you keep your eye out. And I'm just taking a little bit of the Dollar Tree gingham print black and white ribbon to decorate it on the top. I wanted this kind of simple because I don't want it too gaudy, because it's going to be on my front porch. A little bit of boxwood for garnish and just some color. And that's it, you guys. So simple and so cute. I just want to take a quick moment here to talk about something called the Community tab here on YouTube. It's a wonderful section on a channel that kind of functions like the town center, where creators can leave you messages, they can post bulletins, they can tell you what's going on next. So if they're doing a collaboration and their upload date might change, or if they get sick and they can't upload at all, I mean, it happens. But they also put out things you can vote on. For example, if you want to see different kind of decor and they're not sure what you're in the mood for, they'll get you involved and you can vote there, and it gives them an idea about what you'd enjoy next. Really useful tool for keeping track of your favorite creators here on YouTube. Unfortunately, Apple's a little behind on this, and if you have an iPad, for example, you can't see it. It's not visible, and they've been saying it's coming soon forever now, so I give up. But for the rest of you, make sure you go check it out. For this next DIY, I had a terracotta pot and I ordered an aloe vera, you guys. I have wanted an aloe vera now for about 15 years and I just keep putting it off. I think I'm afraid I'm going to kill it, but I am determined now to do this aloe vera. So I lost the footage, but it was just me sponging on the purple and the blue on the terracotta pot. So it wasn't like it was that, you can still do the DIY. This is just a super cute idea if you're into aloe veras. I saw it on Pinterest. It's a Pinterest inspired craft. And I thought, oh my gosh, that is so cute. You write the phrase on there, well, aloe there. So, so he came all the way from Florida. And it was so cruel what they did, in my opinion. They stuck him in this tiny plastic cheap pot where, he's a big plant. I bought a mature one. And then they put 2 pieces of bamboo down on either side in the soil. They're about maybe 2.5, 3 feet high. And then that was, I guess, designed so that he doesn't slide around in there, and get crushed. One of his leaves did break, unfortunately. Actually, it's a she. There's a story there. It's a girl. But I'm using a chalk paint pen here, and the beauty about that is that I could erase, and I don't have to commit because I wanted it to dry. Once it dries and it stays on there for a long time, you can't really erase it. And I do go ahead and I spray this with a clear varnish to kind of seal it, because I am going to be watering, and the terracotta pots kind of, the water can soak through the clay, so I didn't want my words to run. But while I'm doing this, the chalk pen's a great way to get it on there, and it allows you to correct your mistakes. So I finally get an A I'm happy with. So here's the exciting news. Because I purchased a mature plant, she had a pup already. That's a baby. I've only had her in my home for like maybe 10 days. So I had to watch a YouTube video, and this excellent gardener said you have to remove the pups, because if you don't, they will kill the mature plant. I'm sorry if you can hear my cat meowing in the background. He wants to come into the room. So I went online and I ordered this organic succulent soil because I had to get her out of here, and she's heavy. You can see I'm struggling. The table's rocking all over. These guys are heavy, but I wanted to give her a more permanent home that was really nice. So I guess they're pot bound. They kind of enjoy remaining in their pots, so you're not supposed to transplant them a lot. So this is a one-time deal. And then I went in there on the base, just like, again, I watched a YouTube video and I removed the little pup. I just went right down to the stalk and cut it off because I don't want her to die. And I'm just filling her in now with the soil. And that's it. it was super fun. See her little leaf right there, though? It got broken in transit. I was, sad because she's definitely a little stressed because she's flopping. And because she's flopping, I'm kind of giving her some extra support there with some big rocks I got from the beach. But super excited to have my aloe, you guys. If you get burned, I got burned once and no scar. They are absolutely wonderful to have in your home. For this next DIY, you're going to need the Dollar Tree lattice. I took it outside and I gave it a coat of spray paint. I used this one right here, the Rust-Oleum 2x Ultra Cover. It's a paint and primer mix. And while that's drying, I'm going to go back to that bed skirt that I found at the thrift store. And I cut off the bottom part. This time I'm showing you I'm going to use 3 layers because I want it to look like a drop cloth. So it's really wrinkled. I go ahead and use a little bit of spray water just to get the wrinkles out, and I iron, really, really well because we're going to be applying some words here. So the next step is freezer paper. A lot of you came on and told me about freezer paper. I have heard of it before. I will tell you, if you print directly on the waxy side of the freezer paper, it dirties your ink heads and you have to clean them. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. And here I'm just measuring out the freezer paper. I'm going to measure out the material, and I'm going to measure out some cardstock as well, all the size of the printer paper, so that I can put this through my printer. And this is when I realized I need to make it a little bit smaller for it to fit on my project when I did the measurements. And I'm cutting off that seam there too because it has to be nice and thin to go through my printer. So here's the fun part with freezer paper. You put it down, waxy side down on the material. So the paper side is up and the shiny side is down on your material. And then you're going to go ahead and iron. You got to be patient, but you've got to iron back and forth and let it melt onto the material, and it will stick nicely for you to make it nice and easy when you feed it through your printer, and you won't get all those little black spots. Sometimes I like the ink smearing. If I'm going for a really rustic distress look, I actually like that. But for this DIY, because I'm doing like a little country cottage front porch, I wanted it to be nice and clean. So I'm just pressing here and ironing, and you don't really even have to put the cardstock underneath it, because at first I put the cardstock and then my printer didn't seem to like it very much, so I removed the cardstock and I just put it through paper material, and it worked perfectly. So you put your material face down. Most printers, you have to put your material face down when you're feeding it through, and that will put the print on the material and not on the paper. And this is what we end up with. Now this is a free printable for you. It will be down below in my description box. I also made one with the print of flowers in the middle in case some of you want to have that. I left it empty in the middle because I had an idea. I end up changing it because it didn't quite measure out correctly, and I don't know, I just didn't like the look of it. It looked a little too busy, so I ended up changing it. But next step here is to bend off the bottom. I was going to leave them on there to kind of make the bottom maybe a little thicker. I was thinking it'll be like a pouch, but I end up going, oh, let me see how hard this is to break off. And I just bend it back, and you can tell it's totally flimsy. It just comes right off. So I think, okay, better. We're going to remove those. So if you have some wire cutters or big, not wire cutters, but those big like bolt cutters, super easy. You can just go along and cut all these off, but I don't have anything like that. So now I'm going to go about making my little pocket on here, and I'm just measuring, and I'm going to use hot glue. That's perfectly fine. It will hold just fine. And because I used 3 layers of material, I did take the hot glue and glue all of those together. You can see me doing it right here. I just want to show you. I actually took and glued each layer together so that we don't have any problems with slipping and sliding or moving around. But I'm just having fun here and kind of making it up as I go. I know I want the front folded, so I'm going to do that next. You can see me doing it here. And it's just going to form a super cute little pocket, and you'll see what we do next. I wish I could put bigger pieces of material through my printer, but unfortunately it has to be the size of a printer paper piece. And so I had to take the piece I put through the printer and glue that on. And now I'm going to give it a nice edge with some of this gingham print ribbon just to hide the edges there. I thought about fraying them, and I thought that would also be a super cute look. But then again, this is going to be on my front door. So if you want kind of a statement piece where people walk by and they see it and it's noticeable, I didn't want to do anything too subtle. And I'm also going kind of with a very bright, cheerful, colorful look on my porch. Like I said, a little country cottage look. And for that, I wanted to stay in line with that. You know, usually with the farmhouse, I kind of keep it subtle, maybe neutral even, but this time I want to go a little more colorful and make my porch a really cheerful, and it worked. The energy out there is so happy. I've got hummingbirds flying around and bird feeders and so many. I might show you my porch coming up before the summer's over. But here's where I make the decision to cover the words at the bottom. I just felt like it was a little too busy, so I took this medallion from the Dollar Tree with the flowers and I just hot glue it over that to cover up the words. And now I'm doing a little buffalo check ribbon, a bow. I'm going to put a little flower in the center there, again, to match the pillows, keep it nice and bright and cheerful. It's tea time on the porch, you guys. And here's my Dollar Tree flowers mixed with Walmart. Those are Walmart and Dollar Tree flowers mixed right there. Love their spring flowers at Walmart, and Dollar Tree's really upped their game this year as well. They've got some beautiful florals, and I'm just filling in the little pocket with flowers, and that's it. I absolutely love the way this came out. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. I had so much fun today making these crafts. My porch is coming along beautifully. I can't wait to share it all with you. And as always, until the next video, breathe deep, fret not, and do things that make you happy.